So, to start off today, we're gonna go to the GFX drive. I'll put a link in the description. That way, all your stuff is here. I mean, this is just a bunch of team logos. We're gonna be teaching you how to make a custom layer style. This can be very handy. I'll put up on the screen some of the custom layer style. Like it, you'll understand what I mean. It may just adds a little bit more complexity to it. So, let's see. Let's choose. Let's do Redshift. So we're gonna download PSD. Once it downloads, we'll head back into here, open it up. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that you guys know what I'm talking about a little bit more in this one than I did on the previous ones. Take off all this. And I might even clear the layer style here. We'll leave it on for now. We'll leave that on. Okay. Now you might notice, it looks pretty nice as it is with this CC and all that. So we're gonna start off by, if you guys have any type of Pinterest, you wanna use Pinterest, or you can just look things up. You can do that too. Find a bunch of HD textures. All that stuff. But you can also just look inside this drive I'm gonna send. So I don't actually know who created this drive. I've just obtained it over time. So I mean, credit to all that somebody who actually set this up. I don't know. Let's start off with, there's a bunch of stocks. Where's the stocks? There's the stocks. There's a bunch of stocks. Stocks are insanely helpful for anything related to any type of background, or you want stocks for backgrounds. Layer styles too, depending on what you want. So let's start off with something basic. Let's do something really. I'll start off by showing you guys the basic way of creating a layer style. So let's add this one. I think I have this one in my download folder. I believe so. Well, I lied. So we're gonna go here, just download it. Not hard. We're gonna download something else too. Let's download. We want something crisp and kind of. This could be good. So the reason I'm choosing this is because you can tell that you can, since it's mostly black, you can then change it to screen or lighter color, and it'll get rid of it and leave only the white parts, which then we can add texture to the logo. So we can do that one, and I'll just choose maybe this one. Yeah, maybe this one. There's a bunch here. I mean, you can do anything you want to, really, just depending on how you're feeling. So let's get back to this. Let's just add this in here. You see, the thing I like about this drive is that all the stocks are sized up, which is a good thing. So, always when you're making something like this, I usually, because I hate having to mess with it, turn off the CC and lights. You don't have to. It's just what I like to do. I like to put, you have to put it over top of whatever you're trying to put it over. So in this case, I'm putting it over Redshift 2D. And so I am going to then go, whoa, wait, no, sorry. You have to figure out what actually works best with it. So there's a lot of different blending options. I don't know what type of thing we're going for. I'm not really gonna make a crazy complicated Avi today, but this is just to show you the basics of how to actually make it match. So let's say it like this. Let's say we like this. It's on color dodge. Okay, this is a trick that I don't know. I find it easy. I saw it once. You gotta go to whatever layer you want to clip. So we're gonna. So if you see, if I want to clip mask this, it kind of takes away the color from it. So in that case, I'm going to make it just the shape of the actual logo. So I'm gonna take my magic wand, which I can find on the side, and shift click both the sides that I want it to be on. I'm going to click back on top of the layer that I'm going to delete things from. There's this thing called select at the top. You're going to find select and inverse. This is going to inverse your selection, so then it's going to be everything outside of those logos, like the part you selected. So now I can rasterize and delete, and we don't have any pesky anything on the outside, which is really handy. But I do wonder, yeah, you can just clean this up by on the sides, then dragging it back over top. There we go. Okay. So from here, I mean, that's the basic. That would be a very basic layer style. We're gonna add a little bit more to show you. Like let's take this one. I'm gonna rotate this by, if you remember how to rotate, you go outside and then rotate. We're gonna do probably this. And actually this time, what you're gonna see me do is I'm gonna go on to the Redshift 3D, because I sort of want this to be on the 3D layer too. So I'm going to click on the outside. You can do this instead of just clicking on top of the, on top of the layer. You can click on the outside layer. That'll select everything outside of it. We're going to rasterize, delete. Now that's on top too. Now this looks very plain. It's all silver and stuff like that. So since these two are on different types of blending options that are see-through sort of, we can change this blending option or the gradient or color to anything we want to, because it'll change underneath it. So if I say I wanted to make it blue, you'll see we'll have that same layer style just in blue, which is really handy. So I think I'm gonna make this purple. Gotta find the right one. Now some of these aren't lined up correctly, but actually that looks kind of nice. So we're gonna move this around so that we can actually see. There we go. Alright. So now that you have this layer style, it's super basic, but it works. You could, in theory, it sometimes gets a bit crowded, but you can deep fry too, which is not a good thing, but oh, didn't mean to do that. You can add more things to it, like if I wanted to. But you want to make sure they're high quality images. If I size this down, maybe it'll look a little bit better. And you know, duplicate it. Move around so that it is, like, you can use the same image over and over again, as long as you rotate it, make sure it doesn't look like it. So like if I wanted to do sideways like that, that would just mean I could just tilt these. And that's very basic. And so here's a tip, another tip. If you want to size things down, you can either group them, or you can go to merge layers. But then it goes back to the default, so you just have to click back on whatever you used before. I believe I used color dodge, I don't know for sure. And then that way I can then go back down to the 2D, do the trick I did before, where I select, inverse, delete, and we'll have these nice little marks. We'll blend this a little bit better so there's not hard edges. Hard edges are bad. You do not want hard edges. You want some basic stuff. Okay, so now this is where it gets a little bit trickier for those who are now just now starting GFX. It's gonna get, you're gonna have to follow along with me. This is gonna improve your things by a ton though, once you see what I'm about to do. Now, this is not a Redshift style Avi, I know, but bear with me. I'm just teaching the bare minimum. I'm not gonna make a background just yet because we can see like the background, you want the 3D looks kind of weird right now because it's all silver. We want to change that. what I like to do sometimes is find whatever gradient I just used on the last one, which beats me. I think it might have been this one. Well, something that looks like it would match. Go to it. We're gonna make this the color that is closest to this, maybe. That looks decent. It's like a little light coming from behind. We're gonna change. That's good. It's already on the overlay. Okay. So I was gonna tell you guys, if you want things to look normal, like if I did it like this, it looks not normal. Even then, it doesn't look normal. You can mess around with all of these. It wouldn't look normal unless you put it on soft light. Over this whole section kind of does this job, depending on what you need. Hard light I hardly ever use, but you can use it in like cases like this. I'm gonna use overlay and or soft light. See the difference? I'm gonna do soft light. These are settings you will never do. So you can reverse, yeah, of course. This is all good. Okay. And actually, I'm gonna do a little. I'm gonna really quickly look at what angle is on -69. So I'm gonna turn this to -69. That way it kind of blends in. So now it kind of matches a little bit. That's what you want. That's the very bare minimum. So this next feature, I actually had to help a lot of people with it recently because they didn't know where to find it. I believe my friend Right Panda taught me, which is funny. But so there's these things in this graphic effects drive called distortions, displacements. Sorry. There's a ton of different things, and you can actually make your own custom displacements. It's all up to you. But if you don't know how to do it, don't do it yet. It's basically just photos, where if you make it into a PSD file and put it and go to filter. Oh, let's find a layer we can actually distort. Let's go to logo. We can distort real quick. We'll distort. Okay, we're taking a detour. We're gonna duplicate this, do the little stroke trick I told you guys last time. Put it over top, fill to 0, blending options, everything down, so it's practically invisible. Then go to stroke, fill type, let's go white. Make it slightly bigger than the actual, or slightly smaller. We can do either one. You know what? For a cool effect, let's make it slightly smaller. That's probably good. So now that we have that slightly smaller, we can go to filter. I believe I saved some distortions. Filter, go to distort, then displace. Now you can use all these other different things to distort, like as you can see, like you can mess around with it a little bit. But going specifically to displace, you can change how greatly this wants to be affected. I'm going to do 5 and 5. Don't mess with these unless you know what you're doing. I just keep it the same. Press OK. You have to go into your files and choose out. This is 8 and 6. This is from 8 and 6 from right here, the file. We're gonna press. We'll do 8. And you can see it'll mess around a little bit with the actual thing. And you can see where exactly it does that right here. Oh, wait, right here. So, I'm actually gonna go back and filter, distort, displace. We'll do only 1 because I don't want that big of a difference. I believe I'm going to do that at the end with almost all of it with a different one. So I'm going to use, let's say this one. Once I download, of course. Oh, wait, is that 6? I already have that one. What a shame. Okay, we'll download 7. I don't know what 7 looks like. It's too large to preview. That is a gigantic. Okay, well, point is, you can displace all you want. I mean, I guess I should make a background now real quick. I'll throw on a background. We'll do the same exact thing I did with the last time to do the background. And you can add the CCs back to see how it will look. You can mess around with the CCs, change the CCs. There's different ones in different graphic packs. Just go to those. So one thing I'm going to do real quick. I might find a dark image like this. This is actually a really good one. I think, maybe. Copy image. This is a trick to add a little bit of depth. Like I was talking about in the last episode, depth is very important in the graphic effects type stuff. Because if we want to make it look as if there's multiple layers to this, and it's not just a 2D image. So first to do that, we're gonna just erase the edges so that it looks like a smoke trail. That way it's over top of the layers, adding a little bit different colors, different variations. I'm actually gonna change the colors, of course, but we're gonna go. This is a weird color combination, though. I might have to colorize and do it one color. Let's see, what color do we think looks best? Okay, and this will be different, like it won't show up as vividly when I put a background in. Let's go to the back. Let's go to the drive and do stocks. I'm just using this as an example. You can do whatever stocks you want. This is an interesting one because it already adds a bunch of things. You just gotta blend it in a little bit. You know what? Let's use it. Let's do it. That one. Not that one. What am I doing? That one's a good one for this style. That's a very high definition image. I've used that in a separate one. I believe I will use that. I'll use that. Any dark images are good. This is good. I like this. I'll put this over top of it. What is this? Maybe. I'll obviously just do whatever you feel like doing. This could add a cool effect at the end. Who knows? But yeah, so I don't want to overwhelm you guys too much, but we'll make a small little background. I kind of got excited there. But yeah, so this whole stuff, just forget about this. Forget about it. Put it over top. Don't worry about it. If you put it underneath, the lights will still show up, and they will be blue like it is right now, sort of. So don't worry about that. Okay. Let's put this in and see how it looks. So what I'm gonna do is I gotta make it the actual size. And what I've learned is that you can filter, distort, displace. I'm gonna do quite a lot of this. And we'll do 7. I don't know what 7 looks like, but we'll do 7. And that sort of makes a little distorted background. And that's good because it blends it itself naturally. We're gonna change the color of everything though. Maybe to black and white, make it dark. Actually, that's good. The accents are the right color. That's good stuff. Okay. So just make sure to put it over top. And the most annoying thing you can do by yourself when working around with hue and saturation is accidentally putting a new layer underneath it. Because if I did this, then the hue and saturation is on this and not the other one. or it just breaks it in general when you move it. So let's get that back in there. I need to make it sort of bright. Another cool trick, real quick. If you go here and do flares black background. I usually use Pinterest for this, but you can do whatever you want. We need to find something similar to this with a line. It needs to be a high definition image. I believe this could work. So, you're gonna copy, paste it on top of the logo. Okay, that's a pretty good image. And choose color dodge. And so now I gotta get. I hate these lines. If anybody knows how to get rid of them, please tell me. Okay. So I gotta get rid of CC. There we go. Okay. We're gonna angle it so that it's perfectly matched up. You can zoom in, make it look nicer. Oh my gosh, the lights now. Okay. Just do it so it's just adding a little bit more light to it. I'm gonna fade out that outside. That's fine if it goes off the edge. And I'm gonna do a few of these, and then I'm gonna, in the end, merge them so that they're one layer. It makes it easier in my life to hue and saturation it. Alright, not delete. Duplicate. That is very bright. That look even? Looks even enough for me. I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time. I don't want it too far in the middle there. Okay. I'll do this on the two outside ones and then we'll be done. Right. If I keep it the same exact angle, it does not match. Okay. I'm working, I know I'm going pretty quickly, but where'd the transform controls go? That looks good. One more. And this is just I like doing this. So all preference. You don't have to do this at all, and I hate this. Okay. If you click on this and then drag, it actually only moves the one you want. If you remember that, kudos to you, because that's on the line. There we go. Okay. Bring that back around. Get rid of this get rid of this inside there. Okay. Now that that's all there, I can put back the lights and the CC and whatnot. We're gonna merge these. See, that's like color dodge, screen, whatever you want. And then hue and saturation. Create clipping mask. And from there, you can change it to whatever color you want. I'm thinking I might just make it white. I don't know though. Yeah. I'm thinking white. And here's another trick I'm going to do for my own sake. If you click on this white box here, this is where the hue and saturation is being affected. You can actually erase where the color goes. So I'm going to erase these two right here because I'm going to make them more of this reddish purple color. So by doing that, I'm going to go hue and saturation, create another clipping mask. I'm going going to click on this white box, erase where these two are, and then from there, adjust as I need. Except I erased too much. Make sure you can only get the ones you want. Okay, I think that should be good. There we go. Make it a red color. There you go. And I mean, that's a pretty good starting layer style. Not a good example for me, but you know, it is what it is. We can add that back in there. Start adding more of the background now that I got that out of the way. So let's add more of this background in. What was I going to add in? This is a good one. I've used this before. Put this in the corner. Make sure to rasterize, of course. And then erase the edges. I mean, it's not that hard. You just gotta get used to it. I think I'm gonna actually distort this too because of the theme. I think that could be a cool effect to put over top of the logo in a bit too. So I might have to do that. Let's see, what else do I have to add to this? These two images. That's actually gonna look nice. I'm trying not to deep fry the background too much, even though I am trying to add more of the layers than one. So, but it's kind of hard with these. Filter, displace. Would that look okay? Okay, you know what? I think that's probably enough for one. I gotta change the hue saturation actually. So if you didn't know what I just did there, that looks good. I did hue clipping mask, and then made sure it was on that. Okay, so for depth, like we added this thing, I'm going to try and add a different image, although I do not know how well it will work. I have some base images in here. Let's see. Ooh, that's not. Let's see if I put this over top of the logo. Layer dodge, add screen. And then maybe if we displace, let's make it a little smaller. Let's make it 10, and then make it a bit taller, 20, and go 6. So we have a different type of displacement. And this goes, and I'm really quickly. This is another thing I don't want to really explain too big, but I'm gonna really quickly erase around the lighting because I want the lighting to be pretty visible. But you can see it's on everything. It's not the depth effect I was looking for, but it still looks, it has the layers out. I'm gonna look up watercolor splash maybe, and then PNG. That's a good image. We're gonna save image. Save that. You're gonna learn you're gonna need a lot of images. Filter, displace, same as before, but we're gonna do 7 this time. Oh wait, I didn't know that. Ah, there it is. Okay, yeah, actually, it saves it. That's good. completely change the color of it, but it looks really nice. And then actually we can change the hue and saturation now to that bluish color. And then yeah, so if I just want to add, where is it? Maybe one of the, there it is. One of these bad boys. I could. Maybe just without that, yeah. I'm gonna add them only. Maybe only in a certain spot, so we do want them over the top of the logo. Add some little blur. We'll add some blur in a second. Now I'm gonna do something interesting. We're not making it. This isn't a profile picture as much as it could be. I'll just put Redshift in as the name. But I want to do a cool effect that I just thought of. We're gonna just add this along the side. To add something else, maybe just place this to add some depth to it. Go ahead and add name. And yes, I didn't actually mean to do that. I just decided last second that looks really cool, and that's a good way of adding some depth. So okay, so now that we have this pretty basic Avi down, well, I don't know if it's basic, but it's not, I mean, it's not the greatest looking. Colors are all over the place, but you know, you learn how to make a layer style and how to distort some background. Good stuff. You know what? I would let you guys decide the font for this one, so we're gonna just name it this. I would spend more time on it, but I want to end it there. Make it pretty decently big. So image, apply image. Go away to see what it'll look like. It's not horrible. We can do camera raw filter first. Looks good. We do that. Oh wait, I didn't do that. That probably looks good. Okay, details. Noise reduction looks stupid. Sharpening. Some color noise reduction maybe. No, those accents look too good. Alright, curve. Depending on how bright we want it. We don't want to deep fry it. I think I might just keep it where it is. Lights. As is, or a tiny bit higher. Add some contrast. Clarity, see if that looks decent. Nah. Maybe a tiny bit. Okay, so I think that's enough for that. And then so now another thing is blur gallery, iris blur. Now this will make it so it looks like you're looking through an eye. I like using this occasionally to add a little bit of depth. that's enough. Press OK. And I mean, there you go. File. Export. Quick export. Redshift tutorial. Okay, so there you go. Next time I'll work on thumbnails for the beginners, and then we'll go intermediate after that. And just keep working this series on. I could do. Vote in the comments whether you want me to do the Fukushima type, where it's like an anime background with a nature thing, kind of like this one, tutorial on this one, or because this one was really easy, I can teach you guys to make that in about 5 minutes. Or if you want to do another type of style, just let me know. Yeah, so here's that again. Otherwise, thumbnails are next with hopefully Shizzy. See you.